Good morning. Welcome to another day where we do a deep dive into Final Fault, and we're still in the 70s and we're looking at 1972. And trust me, there's some bangers to start off this year. Black Sabbath Volume 4, my favourite Sabbath album, and I would say bar Sabotage, their heaviest album. Wheels Confusion, Supernaut, Snowblind. It goes on and on. It's a brilliant album, and if all you know really is Paranoid, well, you should take a deep dive into this album. Sabbath Worship Forever. We then have the debut album of an American band, Blue Oyster Cult. It's the first of a trilogy known as the Black and White Trilogy, which will become more apparent as I show you albums in the following years. Cities Aflame with Rock and Roll is the big track here, and it's a pretty good debut. Another album that could be arguably claimed to be one of the great rock albums of all time, Machine Head, Deep Purple. Smoke in the Water is the big one, but every track on this is great, and the band are absolutely on fire. And it's just a brilliant album, brilliantly played, and you should play it loud. Something a bit more melancholic now and a bit more reflective. Nick Drake, Pink Moon. Only 3 albums released in his lifetime, and this is one of them, and this is beautifully delicate singer-songwriter. Another debut this year, British band Foghat, who were members of Savoy Brown, or some of them were, and then they moved to America. This is just pure boogie rock, I guess you could say. It's in a similar vein to Status Quo, but more steeped in blues and more slide guitar. But if you like Status Quo, you'll probably like Foghat. Aretha Franklin, Young, Gifted and Black. This is my favourite album by Aretha. It's at her most spiritual and her funkiest, rock steady. It's just a brilliant track. It's water for that alone, and the drum break is one of the best drum breaks you'll ever hear anywhere. An album that could have been a Dublin album, Free Live. Now we know Free are brilliant players. Paul Rodgers, exquisite singer. Andy Fraser, great bass player, and Simon Carrick, just a drummer with swing. But Paul Kossoff, he's just on fire on this album. His solos are amazing. Marvin Gaye's best album is probably What's Going On, but I would say a second to that is Trouble Man. It's the soundtrack to the exploitation movie. Now the title track alone, Marvin Gaye's vocals are just divine, combined with the strings and the general instrumentation. It's just a pure slice of soul heaven. Golden Earring, Together. This is a brilliant album, great album cover as well. All Day Watcher is a lost rock classic, and Buddy Joe should have been a massive hit single. It's brilliant, and I don't know why somebody doesn't cover it, because they won't regret it. They'd have a hit with it. But the album in general is great, top to bottom. Around this time, Grand Funk Railroad had been one of the hardest working bands. They'd had a load of platinum albums. They split with their manager Terry Knight, and they dropped the Railroad and became Grand Funk, and they brought in a keyboard player, and this is the first album, Phoenix. It's a pretty good introduction to the 4-man lineup. It's a bit more commercial. They went on to have some serious commercial success after this. But I prefer the earlier Grand Funk, but this is still great. Right, we're going to finish with some Groundhogs, 2 albums that year. Who Will Save the World? The Mighty Groundhogs. Quite experimental this, more keyboards, less guitar. Took me a while to get my head around it, but I really like this album. The next one, Hogwash. This is more of the standard sound from the Groundhogs, 3-piece blues rock. Great album. I would say really you only need Split and Thank Christ for the Bomb from the Groundhogs, but all their albums are worth checking out. Now if you want to see more of this content and me talking about records, check out my YouTube channel. Give me a like and a subscribe if you want. It's Bobo's Final Fault. The link will be up here. Until then, I'll say goodbye until I see you in the second half of 1972. Keep it real and keep it final.